So this is part 2 of the video. The first part is on YouTube already. So this is part 2. So I went to the doctor. Like I said, she tried to tell me I had STD. I did not. And then she said if these tests come back negative, these cultures and whatnot, then, we'll send you to get the sonogram of, the pelvic. And, you might want to see like a urine specialist. I didn't know what she meant at that point. I was like, okay, what is that? And she's like, well, we don't need to go there unless we need to go there. And I was like, well, I need to know what the name is. Well, she gave me the name of not a doctor, but what the title of the doctor is. A doctor that specializes in like your bladder and your urine. So, of course, 2 days later, everything's negative. So they scheduled me for a sonogram on my pelvic. Of course, everyone's busy, right? They blame COVID on everything. I know COVID was a son of a bitch, but they blame it on everything in the medical industry. So I couldn't get an appointment for like 3 weeks. So I was like, I'm not waiting that long. And I remember because it was my birthday. And I was like, I'm going away for my birthday. I don't care. So I took a whole bunch of Tylenol. I went away. I was in so much pain. And I started, at this point, just Googling stuff, trying to figure out what's going on. And I found this condition I swore I had. It was like a bladder condition. And it described everything I was going through. I was like, this gotta be it. I literally started to like treat myself like I had it. And since they kept telling me I had a UTI, I was like, maybe it's a yeast infection. So I tried like the monostat shit, and it was painful. And that's when I said, I must have this bladder disorder. So I made an appointment. Of course, they have bladder specialists clinic. No one tells you these things. In McGee. So I made an appointment. They got me in there fast, thank God. And the day before, I came back. I was only gone for 2 days for my birthday because I had to come back early. I couldn't enjoy it. And when I got back, I had to go to the ER because I was in a lot of pain. And they were like, the doctor, for the first time, this was in McGee, he said, there's nothing we could do for you. I know what's going on. I know you see the doctor tomorrow. All I could do is give you pain meds and make you comfortable. So they did that. I appreciate his honesty. First time, I won't say it's the first time, but a few times it's happened to me. So I left there and went to see the doctor the next day. Dr. Sarah Nape, she's amazing. So I went to see her. She's the bladder specialist. And, she examined me within minutes. And she says, you have pelvic muscle spasms. I'm saying, are you trying to tell me I got muscle spasms in my vagina? And she was like, yeah. Like, what the hell? Who has these things? Who gets muscles literally in their vagina? And she was like, it's so tight. And that's what's causing all of this pain. That's why you can't really walk. Because I had to get like in a wheelchair into her office. So she's like, you do pelvic therapy immediately. And baths and a heating pad. So I did the pelvic therapy a day later. Like they got me in there. And it was extremely helpful. It was so helpful. Even from like, sorry, the piece of paper, even from the first point of going, it was extremely helpful. So I did that, but the pain wasn't gone. But it helped for the first time in months. So I was like, okay, this is good. So then I went to get the exam, the pelvic sonogram. So basically that's when they take a tool, they stick in your JJ. And they did. And I had, of course, cysts, tumors everywhere on my right side, which is where a lot of this pain was at. So the doctor read those results the next day and she says to me, well, they're not that big and they're not causing any issues. I said, if you lost your mind, lady, they've been causing me issues since November. I want this out of me. Like, take it out. So she's like, well, we could put you on birth control. I'm like, what the hell? I'm not getting on this birth control no more. I'm 42. Been doing this since 12. I'm not doing it. Take it out. I'm done. So she's like, well, I can't do it because I'm on maternity. I said, I don't care what you're on. Like, congratulations, but send me to somebody else. So they sent me back to the endometriosis doctor. I couldn't get in with him for 4 weeks. So I had to wait. At this time, I'm still doing the pelvic therapy that's helping. But I'm still in this crazy amount of pain. And I'm thinking it's like these cysts, right? So she did tell me that they were endometriosis cysts. Some of them were. And I said, all right, well, send me to this endo doctor. So they send me to a specialist, Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee examines me within 3 minutes. He goes, oh my God, you have to have hysterectomy immediately. Your endometriosis has grown into your rectum, a little bit of your bladder, and it has caused you to have pelvic muscle spasms, and that's why you have the spasms. That's why you are in so much pain. And he kept saying, no one told you this, no one told you this. I was like, no, what do you mean? I know I had endo, but they kept saying that, it was the cyst and the tumors. And he was like, yeah, if when you start to have pain, then that means it's growing. And they should have caught that. So, well, they didn't. They literally did not. So, I was with this man for 5 minutes, and I was so angry because I was like, what the hell? All this time, like since November, and I have been in this excruciating pain and debilitating pain, and I'm crying, and I'm just breaking down. And you mean to tell me that this man is in 5 minutes of examination, it's like, yep, you got endo, it's growing everywhere. Pissed. So I was like, all right, well, let's just get it out. So he was like, okay, let's schedule the surgery. Well, that was not an easy process. It took 2.5 months to get the surgery actually scheduled, to actually get a date. He did put me on the shot, not the Depo, the Lupron. Put me on Lupron. And that actually was very helpful. So between the pelvic therapy, the Lupron, the heating pad, the bath, that was helpful. So that the shot helped. It did put me in early menopause. So the hot flashes have been a bit much. When you first get the shot, it causes you to bleed. I only bled for 2 days the first shot, and then after that, I've had 4. After that, I didn't bleed anymore, but there was it wears off. So it wears off at the end, and then you have to get it once a month. So I could feel when it wears off. I can feel the pain coming back, after it wears off. So did all that, and then we finally got the surgery actually scheduled for tomorrow. So literally all of those months that I was in all this pain, and these doctors, I'm telling them like I'm in pain, and they're like, oh, is it psychiatric? Is it your stomach? Is it all these other conditions? No, it's really not. So figure it out. I had to figure it out for myself. I had to advocate for myself, do my own research, ask questions. I had to be adamant about it. I say, please advocate. When my mom was in the hospital, I had to do the same thing for her. And honestly, if I didn't, I don't think she'd be here today. These doctors don't listen, especially to black women. They think that we are and studies have shown us, that we can handle all this pain. I don't know what these people think. That's why I don't endorse the black girl magic shit anymore. I'm not magical. I'm a person. I'm a human being. I have feelings. I feel pain, all of that. I am not magical. I am not a soldier. I'm not a warrior. I am a human goddamn being. So you really have to stay on these doctors, because otherwise they'll just have you dead. If I can be flat out honest, they will kill you if you let them. You have to speak up, and you have to advocate. If you have support, have people there with you, especially when you're having these procedures. Throughout my journey with endo, I've had 1 laparoscopy and about 6-7 DNCs. So DNC is where they scrape it. After my official diagnosis, when I was 24, I had about 6-7 of them damn DNCs. They just scrape it, really, but it curves back. So I've had those as well. They were a little helpful. So just want to wrap up by giving some things that were kind of helpful to me. Advocating for my damn self was number 1. Speaking up, asking questions, not taking no for an answer, literally making them do their damn job. Number 1 thing. Heating pad saved my life. The best damn invention. I carried it around this house everywhere. Salon paws. Woo, salon paws are amazing. They really helped. You put them on and they stay hot for a certain amount of hours. The shot that they gave me, the Lupron, that put me in early menopause, where I'm at now, that was helpful. Pelvic therapy was extremely helpful. If you're having pelvic pain, your pelvic floor muscle is tightened up. Typically, that's caused by endo. But if that's happening, pelvic therapy. A bath, When I kid you not, y'all, I was in the bath. If you were on a Zoom with me from November to mid-March, and then my video was off, I probably was in the bath, because that's the only way I can get anything done. Sometimes walking would help. Like I said, before I got to this point, the DNC and the depot and the birth control sometimes helped. So those are things that kind of helped me. Tomorrow, I will be going in for my hysterectomy. I'm a little nervous, so if you believe in prayer, please pray for me. If not, send me love and light. But I'll be going tomorrow for my surgery, and I'll probably do these videos once a week. I'll try to do one tomorrow as well as after. I don't know how I'll feel tomorrow, so I don't know. But I'll definitely do one after if it's not tomorrow or next week sometime. But thank you all for listening. This is new to me to be vulnerable to share this much, but thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, and I will definitely check in tomorrow before I go. Thank you all so much. Peace.